Good evening, YouTubers and YouTubettes. It's Combat 409 and we are playing Deus Ex Human Revolution. In our last episode, we visited Detroit for the second time, we saved Sandoval from committing suicide, and we confronted Bill Taggart. And in this episode, we're going back to Hengsha after we go back to Seraph headquarters first. So here we go.
Nice detective work, Jensen. You ready to return to HQ?
Yep.
Yeah. Let's hope Pritchard's found that frequency.
You said it. Hey, I got a message for you, Jensen. From Pritchard. He says he's not in the office.
Great. So what exactly am I supposed to do?
I don't know. He said you should check in with the boss.
First thing I want to point out is that there's a shotgun burst round system there. I'm not really a fan of the shotgun in this game, but it's right there if you want it. So let's go up to Seraph's office, although Seraph's not actually going to be there, I don't think. I think it's Hugh Darrow. Let's go find out. Let's go to Seraph's office and see what happens.
Even if it was true that we were breeding a bunch of augmented soldiers and training them, what do they think stopping us from going home and throwing a bunch of rocks is gonna do?
Well, I guess they went to the UN to see how mad they are.
I like their little side conversations sometimes. They're kind of cool to listen to. Alright, here we go. An elevator I'm well familiar with. One of the smaller ones in this game. Still waiting for the billboards to say something funny. I think some of them do, but I haven't seen them yet. Of course, I haven't been looking that hard either.
Seraph?
David's just stepped out for a moment, Mr. Jensen. But do come in. I've been hoping to meet you.
Mr. Darrow. I'm surprised you even know who I am.
David speaks very highly of you. He says that when it comes to detective work, you are like a dog with a bone. Have you found your scientist yet?
What else did David tell you?
Over the years, plenty. But today I'm here as a friend and fellow scientist. Things are getting quite turbulent out there, wouldn't you agree? So many people drunk on revolution. The United Nations being urged to intervene. And all because of the technology I created.
Things have come a long way since then.
Haven't they? And now my old friend David wants me to lead us to the Promised Land. He's asked me to invite members of the UN to Panchaea, to convince them we don't need industry regulation.
Your geoengineering project in the Arctic Ocean.
The installation couldn't have been built without the assistance of augmented workers. And when it's finished, my little hole in the ocean is going to stop global warming. A lovely photo op, wouldn't you say?
If it works.
You mean, if it doesn't kill us all?
Adam? You're back. Can I speak to you outside? Get to the helipad, son. You're going back to Hengsha Island. Frank tracked down one of the GPLs.
Only one? Is it?
Sevchenko's. But Adam, we had to call in a favor of the DOD to do it.
Meaning, the conspirators probably know I'm coming.
Yay, they know I'm coming. And it's true, Bell Tower is like all over there, and they all want a piece of you. Do, come on. Go. Ah, let me out. I'm trapped. God. I think that would be great if his character was actually like claustrophobic. And all these elevator rides and they're just like torturing him. Alright. Now, if you have one, make sure your EMP grenade is somewhere where you can access it rather quickly. Because once you're done with these cutscenes, when you leave, you're going to be in a firefight and you're going to need one EMP grenade. So, yeah. This is a good place to grab a quick save if you need it.
Boss said we're heading back to Hengsha?
Pritchard tracks Shevchenko's GPL signal. If he's alive, there's a chance the rest of them are too.
That's a pretty big leap, Jensen.
We've been making big leaps for a while now.
Whatever you say. You ready to get going?
Yes.
No time like the present, let's get going.
Then hop in. Bad news, Spy Boy.
Spy boy?
Hengsha Traffic Control just revoked our clearance. We're being rerouted to another part of the city.
I don't like that. I suppose you can't just ignore them.
Yeah, right. Chinese government. I've got to comply. Bravo Echo Echo 008, proceeding to designated coordinates. What the hell? We've got a sandlock on our tail. Jensen, all systems are down. Hang on, we're going in hard. Jump, Jensen!
Malik, we've got company.
I know, but the bird took some damage. Gonna need to patch it up before I can go.
I'll stay and cover you.
Negative. We need to get away from here and find Dr. Savchenko. I'll be fine.
You'll be a sitting duck.
Maybe, maybe not. But this is your best chance to slip by them unnoticed, and you know it. So get out of here, Jensen.
This is a bit of a cluster break. There's a grenade here. Should be a sniper on that side. Got him. Oh, I got one sniper left.
Jensen, the bird's fixed and I'm taking off. Now get on with the damned mission. And thanks, Spy Boy.
Anytime, Frank.
Ah, that's how we do. Didn't even get a scratch.
Jensen, I've been monitoring comm activity around Hengsha. Bell Tower's looking for you. Hard.
I know. They ambushed us, Pritchard. Forced us to make an emergency landing. Malik barely got away in time.
But they're supposed to be...
The good guys?
Just give them a wide berth, Jensen. If they recognize you, they'll shoot.
Oh, really? Alright. So there's not a whole lot in here. In fact, I don't think there's really anything to get. But it is a nice place to make another quick save if you want. Because it gets a little hairy out there, but it's not too bad. And let's see, what's this say? Once you use this door, you'll not be able to return. Are you sure you want to leave? Yep. Alright, and the first thing you want to do is head up to the limb clinic. That's your best bet right now. But beware, there are jerks
Jensen?
everywhere.
It's Pritchard. Have you been watching the news?
Been a bit busy, Francis.
Jensen, the World Health Organization is advising all augmented patients to check in with Lim. There's a problem with biochip technology.
The glitches I've been experiencing.
We've all had them. So far, I can't determine why.
You heading to a clinic?
I'm running a few more tests. But since I can't exactly run them on you, and we don't know when you'll be back, you might not want to wait. Up to you.
and you do not want to get that. It's a trap, basically. So when this lady asks you, just say no.
You here for recall? There is problem with the peripheral nerve interface. We fixed with upgraded chip. You want it, yes?
No.
I'll think about it.
Clinic is very busy, but if you want something else, we will service you.
Alright, so make sure to buy the Praxis kits. I don't have any room for Hypostims or Typhoon.
You're very welcome, sir.
And now we have 4 Praxis kits. Goodness. Alright, well, I'm going to get the upgraded run, so he'll finally be able to go more than a couple of seconds without stopping to take a breather. And I'm going to upgrade the invisibility, so now we can be invisible for a lot longer. Now make sure to talk to this guy before you leave. He has a side quest for us.
I am not mistaken. You are Mr. Jensen, right?
That depends. Who's asking?
I am sorry, Mr. Jensen. I am being impolite. My name is Wing Hui. I am a doctor here.
I can see that. What I really meant to ask is, how do you know who I am?
Yes, of course. Excuse me, for I am a bit nervous. Bell Tower agents were here a while ago, looking for a man who fits your description. When I heard what they were saying of you, it occurred to me that you might be exactly the person I need.
Are you trying to blackmail me, Doc?
No, of course not. I assure you, Mr. Jensen, no one in this clinic would dare to turn you over to the police. Lim has very strict rules about patient confidentiality, especially if those patients belong to our partnership program.
Glad to hear it. So what's this all about then?
I'm afraid I won't be able to go into very much details. Not before I know you are really willing to help. But I need someone to help me to stop a very dangerous augmented soldier, and possibly his squad mates. If everything Bell Tower said of you is true, then you would seem the good fit for this job.
Fine, I'll do it. Just tell me more.
Thank you. Now please, understand that I am to give you sensitive information on multiple parties.
I understand, Doc. You can count on my discretion.
I appreciate it, Mr. Jensen. Obviously, you are familiar with Bell Tower and the role they have in this city. What you may not be familiar with, however, is the fact that sometimes they contract limb doctors like myself to work in private clinics on special projects.
What kind of special projects?
What you Americans call black operations. Bell Tower selects some of their best soldiers and make them to be super augmented with experimental, top-secret hardware.
Not to sound too jaded, Doc, but none of that comes as a big surprise. Stuff like that's been going on for years.
Yes. Your government and mine have both been guilty of this practice, I am sure. But Bell Tower is not a government. They are a private corporation. A private army on sale to the highest bidder.
Is this about stopping Bell Tower, then? Because as much as I might hate them right now, I'm only one man.
No. It is not all of Bell Tower I need help with. It is just one of their covert operatives, a man named Michael Zelazny. He was implanted with experimental hardware, and to an extent that is way beyond legal regulations. I am ashamed to say I have operated on him myself, and he has been used in countless secret operations for the Chinese and others.
Sounds like the type of man you don't want to see going out of control.
Precisely. Yet, about a month ago, I have heard rumors that Mr. Zelazny and part of his unit had gone rogue. And 2 weeks later, a city official was killed in a perfectly staged operation. I am certain it was them. And then, a few days ago, Mr. Zelazny contacted me himself. He needed urgent help with one of his squad mates' augmentations.
I take it you said you would help.
They sent me to the back store of a meat shop near Pandang Road, in the Yutzao district. There, I performed emergency repairs on one of the agent's augs, a servo replacement. I believe this back store is their hideout, Mr. Jensen. You must go there and make Mr. Zelazny hear reason.
I'll do what I can.
I am sure you are up to the task. Mr. Zelazny is a soldier, not a maniac. Your unique situation will no doubt resonate with him. And if things do turn sour and he must be terminated, I think you are quite a good candidate to get it done. Or at least survive.
Alrighty, now we are ready to leave the clinic and we're gonna go out to the train that's just outside. Alright, and it's just out and to the right, past the cop we knocked out. Or I guess it's not a cop, it's the bell tower guy.
Maybe if some of those people had...
Yep. And while we're here, I'm going to show you where an arms dealer has moved to. There's a new guy in town, or...
Mr. Jensen, Hugh Darrow here. Please forgive this intrusion, but David assured me of your cooperation and discretion. I find myself in need of some assistance.
I'm listening.
A contact of mine, Meng Yao, is in Hengsha, waiting to fill you in. I'll upload her coordinates now.
And the arms dealer is pretty much near Meng Yao, so if you want to get to Meng Yao, you go up these ladders here, and there's a guy over here who sells some weapon mods that we want to talk to. So I'm going to drop this.
You see what I got?
And see what he has. Definitely want to get the stop software and the nuke viruses. Might as well get a gas grenade while I'm here too. It's handy to have later. Now these I don't actually need any of, but if you don't have the exploding rounds, I think you just saw how useful they were when we rescued Malik. It's pretty much my favorite gun at this point, except maybe the combat rifle.
Come back anytime.
Alright, so didn't need as much as there as I thought. But it's nice to have a couple gas grenades. Now let's go see Meng Zhao about our side quest. Yipsy daisy. Hello. And she's right between those two little light up structures.
Let's hope he's as good as they say.
I am as good as they say.
Mr. Jensen, right? Thank you for your time. I am Meng Yao, an associate of Mr. Darrow's. I'm in charge of one of his divisions here in Hengsha. You come highly recommended.
Really?
Your boss described you as a most precious asset. Apparently, you are very efficient and always get the job done. We could definitely use a man like you for this operation.
Let's hope his confidence is well placed then.
Oh, I'm sure it is. Mr. Darrow doesn't trust just anyone. We need you to help us stop a group of terrorists who are threatening the Panchaea project. It is not an easy task. Are you sure you are up to it?
Okay, I'll help out.
Excellent. Here's the situation. It has come to our attention that these terrorists possess highly classified proprietary information about Panchaea. We've been able to convince them to sell it to one of our agents, a man named Lo Fei. The meeting is supposed to take place near the Alice Garden pods in the Daigong district.
And you want me to crash this meeting?
Actually, there will not be a meeting. We are sending you alone to ensure Mr. Fei's safety. The terrorists will not be expecting that, and will have the information with them on a data chip. You have to neutralize all of the sellers and retrieve the chip so you can bring it to me.
I don't get it. If Fei set up the meeting, why risk sending me in his stead? Why doesn't he or even some of your other agents drop in on the sellers and take the chip?
Because Mr. Darrow wants an absolute guarantee that there will be no casualties. We will not play by their rules. We want them arrested and questioned, then properly prosecuted and sentenced. This will require stealth and efficiency. That's why a man with your particular skills will be indispensable.
Let's do this.
Alright. But first we are going to stop off at Tong's little hideaway and get a few things from there. He's got about 3 different weapon mods, only 2 of which we need, and there's an ebook in there somewhere. Okay, let's see. Just want to make sure I had the invisibility upgraded. Alright, so you come in here. If you have the Icarus landing system then that makes this a heck of a lot easier. Otherwise, you're gonna have to find a different way down. And jump. Okay. Now, usually just 3 energy bars is enough to make it through. So we got that. Yeah, so we're going to use the stealth walk and the invisibility at the same time, so it's going to drain energy like a mofo. So be quick. Let's go up here, take a left, straight through this gate, stick to the left, and it's right through here.
That's far enough, Guilo.
Tong.
You disappoint me, Jensen. I thought we were friends. Then my hacker goes missing. You break into my place of business, and you don't even have the manners to knock when you enter a room. A lot of bell tower heavies looking for you. Any reason I don't just turn you over?
Yeah. Vasily Sevchenko.
Never touch the stuff.
You're wearing his arm. GPL device inside it. Let me straight to you.
Scavenged tech. Get you every time. Wrong woman, don't do that here. Sorry to say, the man I got this from wasn't in a position to complain. Bell Tower gave us his corpse a few weeks ago.
Bell Tower? Not Tai Young?
Tai Young's not the one grabbing people off my streets and giving me choice AUG, so I close my eyes.
Sevchenko had 4 other scientists with him.
I'm not wearing any of them. So maybe they're still alive, and maybe I help you out with this.
Go on.
I've got a pretty good idea where Bell Tower's been dragging people. Problem is, bastard's got my son. And he gets a bullet if I step out of line. See where I'm going with this?
Where's he being held?
One of my harvester boys will tell you all about it. Meet him in the sewers near the Alice Garden pods. Then, when you free my boy, come back and we talk some more.
I can hardly wait.